And now, your Midday Ark-La-Miss news update.
Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to NBC News Daily. I'm Randy Stone with your Midday Ark-La-Miss 10 update. Concordia Parish Sheriff's Office is expanding resources for victims of domestic violence in the town of Faraday. NBC 10's Valerie Moravi tells us what services residents can expect.
The new facility is centrally located here on 277-97 Highway 15. Public Information Director Brandy Spears says the goal is to serve all Concordia Parish residents by responding to emergencies and providing them with resources.
The additional services that we offer here is our domestic violence and sexual exploitation victims and survivors. We have a advocate that works with survivors who is able to provide resources through other agencies throughout the state for legal aid and counseling.
Spears says the goal is to also bring a sense of hope to residents. She says anyone in need of these services is welcomed.
We've had a really good response, and we are happy to partner with agencies such as the Family Justice Center in Alexandria. And we're also working with the Wellspring, and a couple of nonprofits here locally have been real helpful for us.
In an effort to provide a more comfortable area and a positive space for victims of domestic violence, the facility also features a unique room called Hope Space.
The name for the room was inspired by a victim that we worked with. You know, like we said, just a more comfortable setting. It's not a, an interview room. It's not anything that's intimidating. It's just a really comfortable space that mimics kind of like a living room area.
If you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, you can reach out to the Sheriff's Office or head to myarklamiss.com for more details. Reporting in Faraday, I'm Valerie Moravi for your Ark-La-Miss news source.
As trick-or-treating is going on tonight, NBC 10's Sydney Lane spoke with the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office to learn some tips to keep your kids safe when grabbing that candy.
Be sure you watch how they cross the street. I mean, they're excited. They got their costumes on. They're getting treats. So be sure adults are with them to make sure they're safe. Keep them in a costume they can see out of. It doesn't obscure their vision. And maybe even a glow stick or something to light them up for the motorists in case they're in the area.
OPSO tells us if there is ever a time to be aware of the Halloween candy, it's now. There are ways to prevent an incident involving candy from happening.
There's a lot of carnivals now, church carnivals, neighborhood parties and things like that some people are doing in lieu of actually going trick-or-treating door to door. You may consider those. The biggest thing, regardless of where you go, I don't care wherever you go, check your children's candy when he gets home. Make sure that it's in the original manufacturer wrapper. It doesn't appear to be tampered with. It's not faded, torn. It looks just like it should.
Resources are available for parents and guardians who want to be aware of registered sex offenders.
Registered sex offenders in Louisiana are not supposed to participate in any form whatsoever in trick-or-treat Halloween activities. We periodically check them that night. We have a roster of them. We keep up with them, where they live and so forth, to make sure. We have an app on our website, on our mobile app, and it's even on our Facebook page, links to it and so forth, that you can go to, key in where you're going, and it'll give you the list of known sex offenders in that area.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather from the most experienced meteorologist in the Ark-La-Miss, Jared Floyd.
Daytime highs today back in the mid-70s. A little bit of fog to deal with during the morning hours, but most of that mixes out pretty quickly. And then the skies gradually clearing as we work through the afternoon. Winds will stay out of the west. Lows tonight back in the mid-50s and are mostly clear skies. Winds will generally stay calm. Again, a beautiful night for our trick-or-treaters, but again, exercise caution in your neighborhoods tonight. Slow down and just be mindful that there may be some kiddos running out and about. So just be mindful of that later on tonight. Look at the 7-day forecast. Slight chance of rain on Tuesday. Most of that just thanks to a weak disturbance passing through. Highs in the low 80s as high pressure builds aloft the second half of this week. A weak front this weekend could bring some small rain chances, but really just depends on if that front can actually pass through our area. Regardless, we'll trend above normal for this time of year for the first several days in the month of November. Morning lows will stay in the mid to upper 50s and back into the low 60s by the start of the weekend as well. Outside of the rainfall that we saw this past weekend, it looks as though we stay dry for much of the next 5 to 7 days. Again, kind of a frustrating start to the month of November, but at least we did get this rain over the past weekend. And we'll keep an eye on the rain chances as a new storm system develops as we head towards Saturday and Sunday. But again, a lot of question marks regarding any potential